Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Season 12 finale. We are here at the Chinese Grand Prix. It is the Tier 1 boys taking it on now, and we are in for what will be a very, very interesting race. I am joined tonight by none other than Monster. How are you doing tonight?
Well, the weather outside may be frightful in the UK, but let's see if we have a delightful race, shall we?
Yeah, it should be a very, very good race. I'm very excited. I mean, this is one of the tier where we are not waiting to crown a champion because Ugoni's won it by quite a lot. But we're still in for what will be a very, very good race.
A certain German would be very happy. Would be very appreciative of Ugoni's level of dominance in the red car.
Yes, yes, he definitely would. He would be very, very happy indeed. We love to see a Ferrari winning a world championship. And we've just crowned our Tier 2 championship, assuming stewarding goes well. So congratulations to the Fox River 8, who is our Tier 2 champion for the season.
Very richly deserved.
Yeah, he's had an unbelievable season, to be fair to him. He's hardly put a foot wrong all season. I mean, it's been amazing.
Can't fault him. He's driven it impeccably and kept it clean and kept it out of trouble all the time.
As someone who games with him, it irritates me greatly that I know how much he practices, and it is not enough to be deserving of a world championship.
Is it 5 minutes before each race?
He normally comes on a Monday at about 4 o'clock and goes, "Oh, I guess I'd better do my setup." Yeah, probably.
But let's not groan on about how the Ferrari setup is,
because our first person is Alex Aguirich. So this is a very much a trail-breaking corner through turn 1. Pull it out wide and then pull it in nice and close so that you can line up for the second corner. Very difficult combination of corners here. Very easy to lose it on exit as Alex Aguirich has a big kick but keeps going. Then you're going to brake at the curb on the left very hard down to second gear. Pull it as close to the curb as possible and get on the power as soon as possible. Then you're going to be flat all the way around here. You're going to brake a little bit around here down to about 5th gear, get back on the power, then hard braking down to 3rd gear and get on the power as soon as possible, a little bit of short shifting onto the straight. Then there's a curb on the right here, which is your braking point down to 2nd or 3rd gear. Very careful on the throttle here because this is a spinny corner. Alex has done it very, very well there. And you want to get the power done as soon as possible because this is a very long DRS straight. All the way down to what will be a very, very tight hairpin. You're gonna brake at about 125 meters down to 2nd gear. Try to cut the curb a little bit if you can. Power on as soon as possible. Brake just before the 50-meter board down to 4th. And power it straight through to the line. Alex does a 1 minute 32.2. That is a very nice banker lap.
Very good start on the end, especially with the track probably going to ramp up for the rest of the session.
Oh yeah, it rubbers up a lot, this track.
But it has a very bad habit of eating tyres.
It does. The tyre wear is disgusting. And there's Ugoni with a 131.6. That is quick.
Yes, he's just come on and just going, okay, I know I'm champion, boys, but I'm just going to...
We're going to do it one more time this season. J Sarge with a 31.9 though, so he's not far behind.
No. He's got to have a couple of laps of fuel in the Alpine, so we'll see what he can pull back.
Let's have a look at Loppy's coming towards the end of his lap, just coming through the hairpin. He takes that very nicely, cuts the curb beautifully.
Loppy pulling a double shift tonight.
Yeah, he was in Tier 2 and he had a very respectable race. 33.1, not a bad lap.
P6 for it.
It's a good start. Reese Wick come up to P2 with the 31.7.
We missed my fellow McLaren driver, Saviour, getting his P5.
Oh, yes. Very nice lap from Saviour with 32.8.
Still getting used to his wheel, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting there pretty quickly.
It took me a few weeks. It took me a few races before I fully transitioned.
Well, I started this league when I got a wheel, and I was deathly slow.
I started on controller initially, but I got to the November, because I started the league racing in September. As soon as I got to the November, I thought,
it's time.
Yeah, because I had one back in the day, but I never really back in the PS1 days, but I never used it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got a G29, so about as basic as you can possibly get.
That's what I'm on as well. It's still one of the better entry levels, I find.
Oh, you still use a G29. You're very quick for a G29. Fair play.
Not that fast.
You're pretty quick. I upgraded to a Thrustmaster T300, and I'm still getting used to it.
When this stream is not sponsored before anyone even asks.
No, absolutely not.
Although, if anyone from Logitech or Thrustmaster are watching,
that would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. We've got a new wheel. Do you want to try it out? Yes, I do.
Yes, please.
Absolutely, I do. Thank you very much. No, that doesn't happen, and it's not going to happen. So please do not misinterpret what we're talking about. Good evening to Smith in the YouTube chat. Lovely to see you. He says, "Good luck, boys. Have fun."
It's good to see him back as well.
Yes.
Let's come back. How many people have we got watching at the moment?
Dumbest Hornet up to P6. That's a very respectable lap from the Hornet.
It is.
Also, I've said this is the finale. Tier 1 will be back because we have to rerun the Singapore race, I believe it is.
Ah, yes, Codemasters lobbies at their finest.
Ah, yes, we love it. I think Nick BT's gone again with not a lot of ERS to use.
Not what I would advise, probably around here.
At the end of the second sector, he's 8/10ths up. He's 800ths up though.
Yeah, he could jump a couple of places.
It's not a huge amount, but he is still improving even without ERS. This is where he's going to lose a lot of time, is down this very, very long straight.
Yeah, I think it's about a K, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, roughly. I want to say, in my head I had 1.2, but I could be wrong with that.
It's one of the longest straights in the calendar.
Yeah, I think the only really longer one now will be Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's abandoned the lap, isn't it, BT?
Yeah, he'll have lost a lot of time without any ERS down that straight.
Yeah, it's even with the DRS open, it's still going to not mitigate it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we've got Chase Sarge warming up, and I know we've got Chris coming to the end of their warm-up laps.
Oh, where's Chris Bailey? Let's jump on board with Mr. P3.
He is on the back straight at the moment.
He is. He's about to start his lap.
Chase Sarge and his Alpine's a bit further up the roads, and Mr. Ujoni is warming up as well.
So that he can go even faster. Oh my gosh.
Is that even possible?
Knowing Ugoni, yes. He will go faster somehow. But let's see what Bailey's gonna do.
I will keep an eye on Sarge.
Lovely stuff. He looks very tidy through the first sector. Very nice. Gets the power down very quickly there. He must tell me his secrets.
Oh, a little bit of a kick from Sarge at the hairpin.
3.5 tenths in the first sector for Mr. Bailey, so that's a very good first sector.
Sarge throwing that Alpine around.
Yeah, Bailey's throwing it around, but it looks so stable.
Sarge's nearly 4 tenths down on this lap.
Ooh. Bailey, 8 tenths up now.
I think he's abandoning it.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where you make a mistake and it's very hard to recover your lap.
It is. It's a compromise circuit as well as this one. Do you want to have the setup, the wings for the middle part of the lap, or do you want to set them up for the straight line speed?
In my experience on this track, set it up for the middle sector. It's way too slippy to be worrying about a straight.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I was running very, very high wings tonight. 31.4 for Bailey. What a lap.
Chris has had his Weetabix today.
Ugoni's a bit up. Oh, a lot up. He found a lot in that final sector.
Oh, we've got Ant chiming in on the chat as well.
Mr. Bailey for the win. Bold prediction, but possible.
And leaving instructions for our audience.
Leave a like. Yes, please do leave a like. It does wonders for us.
Subscribe as well.
Yep, that would be good. Ding the bell, and you will know every single time we go live.
Yep, so you won't miss exciting racing action, or to complete more on talking about it.
Do you know what? I'll take it. I've been called worse.
Let's have a look and see who's...
Hornet is a 10.5 up in the first sector.
I'm having a quick... Keys is about 8 tenths down second sector. I think Mark's backed off as well.
Alpha gets out of the way very nicely for the Hornet. He's in a little bit of traffic, but they do seem to be clearing the way. They're clearing like the Red Sea for the red car.
Yeah. Reese is on another warm-up.
4.5 tenths up now. He could jump a few places here.
Put him up around Calvin and Lorpy.
Yeah, see how he does in the final sector.
He's probably going to get a slingshot from that Aston Martin as well.
Yeah, he's going to get a little bit of a tow, I would think. The Aston's also seems to be backing off. Giving him a bit more tow, hopefully not getting in the way though.
I think it's red car.
No, timed it beautifully. Oh, but Chris runs wide. Doesn't invalidate though. Up to P10, but lost time in that final sector.
So there's more to come from the second Ferrari man.
Absolutely. This is a man who came up to Tier 1 this season and felt like he was really going to struggle, but end of the season, qualifying P10, you know, he's fighting for the bottom points.
Yeah, and to be honest, he's been thrown in the deep end a little bit, especially with a teammate like Ujoni.
Oh god, yeah, that's a teammate that you could just go, oh. That's just a lot to live up to for a teammate.
It is, and he's Numbers Hornet has held himself up quite well this season. He can be proud.
Yeah, he's had a points finish, and he's consistently been around P11, P12, P13. Like it's a good effort for a first season in Tier 1.
As I know from past experiences up in this tier, these guys do not take any prisoners.
No, they do not, and they are sweaty.
Ruthless, I think, is a
also that.
is a
yeah.
word.
We don't actually have anyone on a lap at the moment. Everyone's waiting for that final moment, I think.
Reese is on one at the moment, but he's 1.6 seconds down in the first sector, so I don't think this is going to be a competitive one.
No, I think he's just finished a lap. Because he's only on 16% ERS.
Yeah, Nick BT's around the last sector, but I don't think he's doing much.
No, he's definitely not on a lap.
Keys is warming up. So, oh, that's ultimate mind games from Ujoni. He's come out behind the guy in second. He's come out right behind the guy in second place in qualifying.
No pressure, Chris. Just head down. On you go.
We must stop teasing him a little bit.
Oh, he's a great guy. He can take teasing.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the first person we're going to be able to see on a lap is going to be Ant. who's just coming round the hairpin. Has flicked on his ERS, and here we go. One lap, do or die. Let's see.
It must be weird for him to drive on dry tyres and not dry track.
He hasn't opened his DRS.
No, which is very weird.
And isn't using his ERS, so maybe he's doing a double warm-up.
Do
you know what he's doing?
This track?
He's probably going to give Chris Bailey a tow down the DRS straight, and is then going to go back past him for his lap.
Ah, some teamwork for the Mercedes boys.
I see your plan, Mr. Ant.
Has Toto been in someone's ear again, have they?
I think he might have been. Let's see what Chris Bailey is going to do. Again, his stable is stable. His setup looks so stable.
It's on rails.
Yeah. Like he just chucks the power down and looks so comfortable doing it.
He does.
He's just under a 10th up. But if he's going to get a tow here, that could make a big difference.
This could be big.
And Ant has set himself up perfectly. Oh, beautiful teamwork from the Mercedes boys.
Are they in a party together tonight?
I would think so, yeah. And over he moves. Oh,
that was sublime.
That was glorious. And I imagine Chris is probably going to do back the favour for Ant's lap.
Oh, very, very big tank slap around that last corner.
Oh, yeah, he lost it, unfortunately.
Very big tank slapper.
Oh,
wow.
You Goni! Oh!
I had a feeling we'd get into the 30s.
A 30.6. He's 8/10 in the clear. That's unbelievable. My gosh. But here comes Chatty Duck round the hairpin, so let's see what his lap's going to be. Hey, 31.4. Very nice lap.
Where did that come from?
Very nice.
He's pulled that out of his back pocket.
Ant is currently 3.7 seconds up. But he's going to gain a lot of time down the back DRS straight. And not pulling over for his teammate. And he's getting the toe back.
Respect to you, Chris.
These Mercedes boys, oh my goodness, they've got this down to a T.
All of the teams take note.
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot fault that.
Teamwork 101.
And a beautiful final corner from Ant. He gets a 32.2. P10, very nice. Dumbest Hornet was off his time in the second sector, but has he found any time in the final sector? He's got a lot of time in that final corner where he got it wrong last time. And that's much better.
Saviour's in the wall.
But he stays P13, unfortunately. Yes, not often you see Saviour in a wall.
Yeah, I think he lost it just at that final corner, which is quite easy to do here.
It is very easy to do. So, Saviour is in P16. I mean, obviously we have a whole race to go. But just out of intro, Chris points behind Saviour for P2.
How many points is that? Sorry, you
8.
cut off a little bit. Oh.
So, kind of game on for Chris Bailey here to take P2.
It is, and the good news is as well with him, as well, he's got Ant between him, the two of them.
Yeah, and I imagine Ant's going to do some strong defending for Mr. Bailey.
Yeah, Checo Perez.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very, very good at that role. Interesting that Kid Dynamite and LRL didn't get a time set.
I will quickly check on Discord, see if any qualifying bans are on. for them.
I don't think it would be for those, but I could be wrong.
I'll double check just quickly.
Yeah, have a quick check.
No, I stand corrected.
Okay, so they just didn't get a lap set, unfortunately.
Which, round here, if they didn't do laps, that may be a good thing.
It may be a very good thing, to be fair, because I find on this track it's better to just sit at the back and just see what happens in front of you.
Plus they'll have all their tyres.
Yeah, indeed. So here is your starting grid. Ugoni takes pole. Reese Whitcomb slips himself into P2, just getting ahead of Mr. Bailey in P3, followed by Europel, Chatty Duck, J Sarge, Alex Adgirich, G-Star Snipes, Nick BT and Mark H, followed by Calvin, Anton, Kisa, Loppy, Dumbest Hornet, Saviour, Voice, Red Car, Kid and LRL in P20. So that's a very mixed up grid, actually.
It is.
More mixed up than usual.
There's a few people out of place.
Yeah. So, I think this could be a very interesting race.
It could be. Could be a very interesting one.
So, we've got some more comments. Fabian Scholt, 36 is just disgusting, and you are absolutely correct, sir. And B17 says, come on, Soze1, it's hammer time. It is well, not last race of the season because we're rerunning a race, but yeah, basically last race of the season. It's time to go for it. And I'm interested to see what tyres people pick, because there was a big mix in Tier 2.
I went for mediums myself.
Same. Just makes sense that if there's an early safety car, you've got some options.
That, and if you're caught up in a first corner accident, you're not wasting your hard tyres for a lap.
Well, yeah, exactly that as well. But, people are taking their time, but that's okay.
The softs die off really quickly.
Yeah, I put on softs for the last stint. They lasted about 3 laps, and I was like, no, these are dying.
I kept a set in my back pocket and I went on that final safety car.
Well, I didn't. I went out I did my penultimate run and I thought, I'm not going to go out, that's an okay time. And then I was like, actually, I'm going to go back out, and I should have kept a fresh set.
Let's have a look and see who's split.
Yes, let's have a look. Ooh, a lot of medium runners.
Ujoni's gone for his normal strategy.
Yeah, Ugoni loves starting on the hards, and Reese Whitcomb seems to be learning from him. You've got Chatty Duck and J Sarge on the hards, Kisa Soze, Era Voice, and Kid Dynamite. And Ant doing his usual bit and starting on the softs, which he will make last probably 27 of the 28 laps.
No, he'll make them last 14 of the 15 corners.
No, I will give this to Ant. He is like the tyre whisperer in MRC. I've seen him do stints on soft tyres that are absolutely inhuman.
Yes, he has that uncanny. I think he talks to the tyres just before each race and just reassures them they'll be okay.
Just gives them a little pat and just goes, "It's okay, we'll be fine." But I'm going to be interested to see how long he makes them last, because even Ant, I don't think, could take them beyond 10 laps here, surely. I would be shocked. But here we come, down the back DRS straight, so we will be starting fairly soon. Hopefully.
Melvin says he wants to see the tyres.
I just showed you the tyres. There you go. So, I'm putting those away again, sorry for the race start. You've seen what you need to see. But we are coming round, and F1 is being very nice to me at the moment, giving me brilliant starting camera angles.
That's one thing I can't fault this game on.
I can, because I had about 6 months where I was sitting right at the back of the grid rather than looking at the front. So, it's been going very well recently for me.
No, I cannot disagree with you.
So there we go, Calvin is in his place. LRL and Kid are just coming up. Does its little resorting thing. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away in China. It's a nice start for G-Star and Reese. Chris had some very nice traction off the line though, goes for the outside line. Is side by side with Reese. Can he get the move done? Sends it up the inside.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he does, and J Sarge is side by side with Reese now. Reese just squeezing him a smidge. J Sarge tries to send it, but is run wide. He's coming back. But Reese manages to hold on. As Chris is holding on to Ugoni very, very nicely at the start of this race.
Chris has done what he wanted to do. Strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely. Mark's not having a good time. Down to P20.
He's right on Ugoni's rear wing now.
Oh, let's jump back to Bailey.
Lerapel's up into P3.
What a run!
Where's he come from?
Yeah, hello. Obviously it was Europel and not J Sarge who was up there. Or they switched at some point, I don't know.
May have done. Chris takes the lead.
Very nice move from Chris Bailey.
He needs to run for the hills now.
Yeah, he needs to make his mediums work while he can.
Kicking the afterburners, Chris. It's hammer time. There's Nick BT and J Sarge. Nick's all over the back of him at the moment.
Yeah, J Sarge got the move done at the end of the lap, but Nick BT is not backing off. Oh, we've had a spinner. It was Ant. And Saviour.
Not what you want with those soft tyres.
No. Oh, a bit of contact there. I saw some bodywork flying.
Dynamite's up to 11th.
Very nice start from Kid.
As Dumbest Hornet, Red Car Rambo wheel to wheel through the middle sector.
Very respectful driving from both of them. Very nice. As Europel's caught right up to the back of Ugoni now.
This is what Chris is going to need to see. Ugoni under some pressure.
Yeah, Chris wants Europel to make the move and put some breathing space there.
So he can just get off and run for the hills.
Yeah, absolutely. But Europel's not going to be close enough this time.
Alex and Sarge wheel to wheel in the hairpin.
Oh, very nice move from Alex there.
Sarge hasn't had a very good couple of first laps, has he?
No, not his best, unfortunately. As Europel takes fastest lap early on.
No, the fun button gets activated.
Yes.
The good old DRS.
Oh, J Sarge gets back past Alex Agirich. And G-Star's right on the back of Alex now. Ooh, Europel is really putting Ugoni under some pressure now.
Right on his gearbox.
He is. He can smell his diffuser, and it's not a nice smell from what I've heard. Can he get the exit onto the DRS straight? Chris Bailey really wanted to be further ahead at this point. As we've had another spin. Yet Ugoni's got lower wings than Europel. Oh, it's a VSC. Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, gee. No front wing.
Oh, that's unfortunate. As the grid is starting to spread out a little bit. Starting to see some gaps form. Oh, I think I saw someone dive into the pits. It was Alex Agirich.
It's early for a medium stop.
Maybe he was the bodywork I saw flying earlier this lap.
I'll have a quick check on his inboard and see on his onboard and see what if any changes. Oh, Chatty Duck. Yes, he has got front wing damage.
Yeah. I figured that would be the case pitting so early on.
Yeah. Chatty Duck. Yes, speeding under the VSC. The Delta must have got him.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. As Chatty...
Will and Nick BT.
Yeah. Just about to say that, yeah. Oh, and Nick BT takes 2 for 1. Very nice move.
Reese has dropped.
He has. He's not enjoying those hard tyres, I think. Oh, he's got damage. Oh, he's missing an end plate, yeah. Let's see if Ugoni's got enough speed to make a move on Bailey down here. He's definitely got lower wings. But he's not going to be close enough this time. He considered sending it, but very wisely backed off. Oh, Chatty Duck's fighting with Europel now. Oh, Europel goes into the pits, that's why.
Again, that's another early one for a medium stop.
Yeah. It's a very, very early call.
Front wing change.
Ah, that's disappointing. As Kid is now right on the back of Calvin. Oh, but has a big kick.
Nick BT's having a flyer this race.
He is. He's having a great little race all the way up in P3.
Although Sarge will be on his case soon because Chatty Duck's going to have to serve that drive-through.
Yeah, indeed. It's not going to be long till he has to serve that.
Within 3 laps, I believe the rule is.
Yes, it is 3 laps. And Ugoni's a lot closer this time. Can he potentially make the move on Bailey? But again, he's just not making big moves down the DRS straight.
No,
just doesn't. Oh, having said that, he tries to send it into the hairpin.
Chris
and he gets the move done. Very nice move from Ugoni there. Will Chris Bailey get anything done down the pit straight? No, not enough time.
Taking spot.
It depends if someone has a moment out of the final corner.
I think so. It's the start-finish straight one is if you only get a really good run on someone.
Yeah. Chatty Duck is bearing down on Nick BT, but I think this is the lap he's going to have to serve.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to serve that drive. You have to serve that drive through. So we've got a car round, I believe.
Looks like Loppy. Yeah.
Loppy in the Red Bull.
Very unfortunate.
Although Nick BT doesn't have to really worry about Chatty Duck at the moment if he's got to serve that penalty.
No, if Chatty Duck goes past, he goes past. He's going to have to serve the drive-through and he'll just get back through. But you don't think about that when you're racing. You want to defend as hard as you possibly can.
Yeah, you do. It's racer's instinct, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. Here comes Chatty Duck, though. Gets a very nice run. Will get the move done.
He's going to have to pit this lap.
Yep. If you don't pit, you get disqualified, unfortunately. And there he goes.
Straight on. Thank goodness that gravel trap was taken out a few years ago.
Yeah. That was not fun. Oh, G-Star looked at setting it up on the inside of J Sarge on turn 1, but backs out. Oh, his Dumbest Hornet and LRL are too wide in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's a corner you can run quite nicely through wheel to wheel if you get it right.
They're still too wide. LRL backs out.
Smart
but
move.
looks at the switch. Oh, there's contact!
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hornet's back running.
Yeah, he didn't lose too much time, thankfully.
No,
But he's going to have Chatty Duck chasing him down before too long.
he will, but I'm just noticed that Kid Dynamite's had a stonking first few laps.
Yeah, already up to P6. Fair play to the man. He's
flying.
He said himself, I've refound my pace, and he's proven that today. As G-Star gets the move done on J-Sarge. Ooh, J-Sarge had half a look at a switchback. J-Sarge is still right on the back of G-Star, goes for the outside line into turn 1. Tries to late brake, but that lets G-Star back through. But, ooh, he sends it!
Oh, wheel to wheel.
Beautiful defending from G-Star.
Very respectable, very clean.
Yeah, absolutely. As this is nice to see. Chris is sticking to the back of Ugoni so well here. It's quite often that Ugoni is running away by this point, but Chris is looking after those mediums very well. No big moves or big sends happening at the moment. Let's see if Chris Bailey can get the exit onto the DRS straight. He did get a very nice exit, actually. And is gaining. I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's just going to run out of straight. Or as Ugoni runs a little bit wide. Chris is playing this very tactically. He doesn't want to attack right now because they're on different strategies. He's going to get the chance of an undercut when he gets off the mediums. He just needs to use the DRS for the moment.
He is, but he's keeping Ugoni honest at the moment.
He is. This is
have to really worry.
No, Ugoni's perfectly fine. He can hold out for a later safety car and hope that it plays into his strategy.
Reese fastest lap.
Yeah, he's coming back now.
He's scything his way through. He's got the Alpine up next.
Of Europel, and he is right up the chuff of Europel.
Might try and do a Danny Rick into turn 4.
He's just too far back. I don't think he'll send it, no.
No, but I remember from a commentary I did once, At China, I called that turn Danny Rick corner.
Nice. Possibly the bravest of all of the late breakers.
Oh, he was, especially was it 2018?
Jay Sarge's round! Big kick from him!
Oh, it's an easy corner to do it.
As Chris Bailey gets the move done on Ugoni!
For the lead!
He's back in first! And he gets a good exit out of the hairpin, may be able to hold on down here. Oh, that's a very nice exit from Ugoni though. 5 seconds for Kisa ignoring a yellow flag. Oh, Ugoni's gone for the outside line. It is, but the outside line of turn 1 is very slippy.
It is, it's offline though, isn't it?
Yeah. And Chris Bailey holds on for the moment.
And Jones going another go into turn 4.
He had half a look. Small lock-up from Bailey, but stays as it is for the moment.
They're both smart. They're both respectable drivers. They won't run each other off the road.
Oh yeah, and I've seen many times, well, not many times because he doesn't do it a lot, but when Chris Bailey does run someone off the road, he always lets them back through.
He's very fair.
Very respectable. Let's see if Ugoni's going to get a run onto the DRS straight here. Chris Bailey does get a nice exit. But with that slipstream, yeah, Ugoni could well be close enough. And he is. Monumental battle going on with these two. Oh, big kick from Ugoni.
You expect him not to have any tyre problems at this point in the race.
Well, 10 laps, you'd probably be at the point where your hards are going to start graining.
A little bit. As this
whereas Chris Bailey's sorry, you were saying?
I was going to say this little fight. P3 down to P5 is developing, looking like quite nicely.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Kid Dynamite now right on the back of G-Star. And Red Car Rambo all the way up in P5. Very good race from him. As G-Star gets the better exit down to turn 4. Ooh, J Sarge and LRL and Kisa Soze all having a big battle.
Looking 3 to 4 wide.
Yeah, I think all of the hard runners are really struggling with graining at the moment. Whereas the medium runners have come out the other side.
Yeah. Air Voice is out.
Oh!
He's parked in the pit lane.
Oh, retired in the pit lanes. That's unfortunate.
Although I think there's going to be a swap for P3 at the moment.
Let's have a look. Yeah, here comes Kid. Gets the move done well before the braking zone.
Although G-Star's looking back at him.
That corner, that hairpin, is a beautiful place to go for a switchback.
It is. It's a very Tilka corner, isn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Long straight, sharp braking point.
Yeah, just brake a little bit early, pull it in nice and close, and go for the switchback.
Oh yeah.
And still, fair play to Chris Bailey, still right on the back of Ugoni here.
These two have not left each other alone for 12 laps. It's quite impressive.
This has been an amazing bit of racing between these two.
And fair play to Chris for holding out these mediums for this long.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess one of two things is going to happen. He's going to pit in the next lap or two and chuck a set of hards on, or he's going to try and pull some monster stint all the way to lap 20 and aim for softs. But he's struggling in the tighter sections, so I would say his tyres are probably starting to fall off.
Yeah, it's a safe bet. Joni's probably got another 3-4 laps, I think.
Ugoni, I would say he can probably take them to about lap 16.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah. Whereas
But
Chris
Chris
Bailey, I would say
coming
13.
again. I have to double check that because I was just on board with Chris. Then it looks like he backed off a little bit early.
I think Chris is a fan of the tactic that I'm trying to learn, which is brake early, brake light, and roll up to them. But he didn't quite do the rolling up bit there.
No, is it possibly he's keeping the gap just to keep his tyres a bit?
Yeah, he might be trying to cool his tyres a bit. Because he is just struggling through the more turny sections.
Yeah, it's probably the dirty air coming off the Ferrari.
Yeah, I don't think I could have worded that worse, but you know, here we are. The turny sections. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I think that's Hodgson having another spin.
Yeah, he had another one just round the back of for the back straight.
I mean, that is it's a corner that's so easy to lose it.
It's a very important corner on the track, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a massive exit, but you just put on the throttle slightly too early and you are round. As Chris Bailey he's right on the border of DRS. I'm not sure he got it this lap. He didn't, I don't think.
No, the wing stays shut.
Ooh, maybe this is your sign, Mr. Bailey, that it's time to pit. As Kisa Soze is keeping J-Sarge as well.
He's got the 5-second penalty as well.
He has, unfortunately, but he is hanging on to the back of J-Sarge beautifully.
Chris is in.
Yeah, he listened to me. Good boy, Chris Bailey. I am your race engineer from the comms box. Oh, big kick from J-Sarge. But they keep going. As Kid is just very slowly gapping G-Star.
Where is Chris coming out? Not terrible place, actually.
Just ahead of Chatty Duck. I assume he went for hard tyres.
He did.
He did.
He's got some space up to the Nick BT group.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's Kisa Soze in P6. All the way down to Nick PT in P10.
Lerapel Nick BT wheel to wheel.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, they are very close. Chris Bailey's already gapping Chatty Duck on those fresh hards. Oh, Nick BT seems to have a lot more grip than Europel.
The Haas is off a little bit wide as well for LRL. One long DRS train coming up.
Here comes J-Sarge. Nick BT's going to have a go as well. They're nearly 3 wide.
They are 3 wide into the hairpin. Oh!
Oh, contact!
They've all got pincered in. Don't think there's damage on the Alpine.
Hopefully he got away with it. As J-Sarge goes up to P5, but Kisa's still right on the back of him. Never mind the back of him, they're too wide. Ooh, bit of a kick from Kisa. Actually, I don't know who's on the outside and who's on the inside. Kisa's on the outside.
3 wide going into turn 4.
Oh! Big sandwich moment. Oh, spinning.
No, Kisa, sorry.
Spinning, spinning. Through goes Chris Bailey.
As well, almost like Dawson's going through that part of the track. Chris?
I think G-Star is one of the latest... yeah, G-Star Red Car, LRL and Loppy are the only ones still on their old mediums. So when are they gonna blink and pit?
Should be soon.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
You could throw a blanket over this lot.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Europel gets past LRL, so does Nick BT.
Almost 4 wide going into the hairpin.
There. Ooh, Chris
BT
Bailey
on the
sends it as
inside.
well.
Oh, Chris, this is brave.
That was a beautiful move by Chris Bailey. As J
Sarge
Sarge
is in.
pits. So does Red Car.
Very brave of Chris to get. He doesn't have to get involved in all this, and he's saying no.
This is my day, this is it. He's got a win in his sights. He's got a hefty undercut going.
Yeah, I don't think much is going to stop him today.
We'll see what Ugoni does when he switches. Is he going to go mediums or softs, do we think? 'Cause he's on lap 16.
Chris
so
is
if he's
through.
still
He's past Lerapol and Nick BT.
Wow.
In the hairpin.
He's absolutely flying on those hard tyres.
And his next target's Reese up in 4th.
Only 2.6 seconds behind. How quick can he close the gap? In 2 of a second in one corner.
Let's have a look and see how far he is behind the lead. He's 23 seconds behind Ugoni at the moment.
So, I mean, he's pretty much at pit stop point at this point.
It's going to be tight between these two when Ugoni pits.
And he goes in.
He's in now.
We've called it. Kid's probably going to follow. Yeah, and G-Star doesn't on his mediums. Bold strategy from G-Star.
I'll keep an eye on Chris, see where he comes through in the final corner.
Ooh, G-Star may just about be safe.
This is going to be tight.
No, Bailey's through.
He's got him.
So is Europel.
He's got the Alpine between them. That's made things interesting.
This just got very, very interesting. As Ugoni is right on the back of Europel, mind. And has a good run down to turn 4. Didn't last long. Ugoni's through.
And I can hear a lot of expletives coming out of Chris's helmet right now.
Yes. He thought, yes, I've got some breathing room. Looked back and went, no!
You've got the ability, Chris. Keep your
Just
head
keep
down.
your head, exactly that. He's in DRS from Reese now. So that's going to be a big help.
It is, and Reese has pitted, but he's been on those tyres for about 4 times as long as Chris.
Yeah, Reese is going to have to pit again. So he doesn't need to lose his head here. There's no need for a quick move here. As G-Star doesn't pit again.
Is he going for a sauce at the end?
He must be at this point. Reese pits. So now we are back to the Chris Bailey-Ugoni fight.
Round, we've lost count.
Yeah, round about... We're on lap 18, so I mean we're probably on round at least 32 at this point.
Yeah.
I think this is the... Oh, I say it's the closest battle on track. Saviour is right up the back of the Elder Hornet. Oh, never mind, he goes into the pits. Back to Ugoni and Chris Bailey, as Ugoni's done it! He's going to be loving those medium tyres, to be fair. They're a good tyre around this track.
He will be. He's going to have to... Ugoni's going to have to do what Chris was going to do in the first stint. Run.
Yeah. And knowing you, Goni, it wouldn't surprise me if he runs now, because he's going to be very happy on those mediums.
You'll have to gap Chris.
He's already got it up to nearly a second. There's the second mark. All Chris needs to do is hold on and hope for the graining phase. I assume G-Star's going to pit. Nope. He's definitely going for softs.
It's gotta be.
I mean, 18 laps on a set of mediums. That is unbelievable.
That's impressive for here.
That's really, really good tyre whispering.
You know what will help G-Star a lot right now?
Go on.
The thing that I shall not name.
You wouldn't by chance be talking about a safety car, would you?
No, yes.
Damn, it didn't work. It's worth a try. Mind you, if we got a safety car because I said it, Chris Bailey would probably be in my DM shouting at me.
It wouldn't be bad for Chris. I mean, you could just stick the mediums back on.
Yeah, but it would depend if you Goni pitted. Because I don't think he would want to pit for mediums, because he'd lose a lot of positions. And yeah, he did fight back very, very well once he got on the hards, but I just don't know if it would be worth the risk.
Don't think so.
So Chris Bailey would be very, very unhappy with me if one came out because I said it.
That's a fair point.
Here comes Kid on Nick BT. Side by side and through. Is he going to take Europel on the same straight? Goes to the inside. He is. 2 for 1 on a straight.
Nick BT's eyeing him up as well.
Kid G-Star's finally pitted.
What colour sidewall are those tyres?
They've got to be red. They've got to be red.
They are as red as that Ferrari.
Yep, there you go. I thought so. And Europel's in as well. Wonder if he got a smidgen of damage. As another man who's had a fantastic fight back, Anton in P5.
He has. He's been quite quiet this race, but it's...
From a spin at the start of the race, that is a very, very nice fight back.
Although I don't... Or looking at where G-Star's funneled out, I don't know whether he's going to keep that P5 for long.
Yeah, G-Star's going to be fighting pretty hard on those fresh softs. Yeah, there's not a lot of on-track battles at the moment. Reese Whitcomb's pretty close to J-Sarge. But everything seems to have spread up. Mind you, G-Star, on those fresh softs, is absolutely flying. As he takes Alex before they can even say the word DRS.
Just clean around the outside.
Yeah. The grip difference on those tyres is unbelievable. Mind you, Alex has a very low front wing, but G-Star does get the DRS.
Reese is passing Sarge behind him.
Oh, yeah, he does it at the hairpin. Very nice. And Reese is right on. And he's got... Because J-Sarge is right up the back of him as well. Oh, Europel's right on the back of LRL as well. Suddenly there's a few battles going on. Can Europel get the exit? No. Oh, just takes too much curb. And G-Star's closing that gap to Ant now. Oh, I say that as J Sarge is alongside Alex Agirich and gets it done into the chicane. Lovely. And here comes G-Star on Ant. With the help of a little DRS, through he goes. Yeah, Ugoni's just absolutely running away with this now, my gosh.
Yeah, you think he's checked out.
Yeah, he has. He's just doing his own thing now.
He has a little bit. Oh, up to 18 watchers now.
Thank you all for joining us.
On this penultimate Tier 1 race.
Yes, should be the final, but, you know, Codemasters.
And EA.
That as well. Reese Whitcomb has joined the back of this battle from Calvin. Was G-Star... Oh, they're too wide going through the fast left-hander.
Calvin G-Star.
And, yeah, G-Star just has that much more grip. As Reese is practically pushing Ant through the second sector. Can Ant get the exit on Calvin? Because I think Calvin's not going to get any DRS. Is he going to get the DRS? Yes, he is, actually. But Ant's still got a very, very nice run and goes through.
Change for P2. That kid's got ahead of Chris.
Was not expecting that one. But, you know, fair play to Kid. He really has refound his pace.
Yeah, he's had a stronger of a race because he's only started
P19?
He's up 17 spots. Yeah, he's had a brilliant race.
Amazing.
Today.
Red car's caught right up to Alex Agirich. Ooh! Almost contact, but very well reacted from Ryan there. And he goes through. Reese is absolutely hounding the back of Ant here. He has a look, but I don't think he can quite get the move done. Oh, big kick from Ant though. But he holds on. But Ant has no DRS.
He's right up. Reese is right on his tail.
He is. I think we're going to see a change of position here somehow.
I think we are.
There goes the DRS, and he goes through. Very nice move indeed. And Ant doesn't go for the switch back. As J Sarge is caught right up to the back of Calvin now. But I don't think we'll be close enough this time. 3 seconds for Chatty Duck. Yeah, it's all kind of calmed down a little bit here. Mind you, Chatty Duck gets past Alex Agirich. Ant is holding on to the back of Reese, but isn't getting much going.
Sergeant Calvin wheel to wheel at the moment.
Oh, we're going again. Calvin's defending very well on those hard tyres against J Sarge's mediums.
He is.
As J Sarge backs off. He'll have the DRS, so can probably get a move done here. Calvin does get a nice exit though. But with the DRS, through goes J Sarge. Up into P7. As red car loses out to Europel.
Chatty Duck's not too far away either.
Yeah, he'll be putting Ryan under some pressure soon. Everything else is just kind of spreading out at the minute.
It has.
Mind you, there's a little battle with Dumbest Hornet and Loppy. Ooh, Dumbest Hornet has some lower wings. Sends it round the outside. And gets the move done. Oh, Loppy comes back, but Dumbest Hornet closes the door very nicely. Lovely move. Bergen says odds on people running out of fuel. High around here. There's been one VSC, and this is an absolute fuel guzzler, this track.
It's a fuel guzzler, it's a tyre eater.
Yeah, I just don't like this track.
It's not one I've enjoyed really a lot in the last few games.
When you hook it up, it's fun, but you need a lot of fuel, the tyres die too quickly, there's just too much to think about for me.
I used to like it all the way back in 2004.
Yeah.
When it was first in the game.
Yeah, I can see that. But on this game, I really liked it on last game to be fair, but I do not like it on this game. I don't know what they've done to the traction zones, but it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not the best. Dear. I had to mention 2004 because it was the first race here.
Yes. That's a long time it's been on the calendar.
It has been. And one more little fact here. There's a certain Mr. Ironic I mentioned Schumacher earlier. It was his. This was the setting for his last ever win.
It was. It was indeed. And that was many, many years ago. Ooh, Calvin and Europel are really going at it. But Europel holds on.
2006.
Yep, there you go. As Dumbest Hornet and Loppy are still switching places. Tell you what has surprised me is Saviour down in P18.
Yeah, he's not had the best of races, has he?
It's not like Saviour.
I still think this is a bit of a test session for his new wheel, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, if there are tracks that are going to test your new wheel, it's Monaco, Baku, and here. As Nick BT gets past Kisa. Just about, mind. Ooh, Kisa looks like he's coming back. Tries to take the narrower line, but Nick BT gets it done. Can Chatty Duck close that gap to Calvin over the next lap and a half? Is the next question.
I think he's got a good chance. He's right in his gearbox.
He's close, but Calvin has been defending very, very well tonight.
He's going to have to make that Williams very wide.
Yes, that he is. As Reese Whitcomb's starting to close the gap to G-Star now.
Got a feeling there's...
G-Star's tyres, I have a feeling, are probably dying at this point, yeah.
Yeah, they don't, even on the lighter fuel load, I don't think they like a lot of laps around here, do they?
They really don't, no. Nick BT gets 10-second penalty.
Exceeding track limits as Reese is passing.
Oh, G-Star tries to come back. But Reese slams the door shut and gets the move done. As Chatty gets past Calvin. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. I think that's Saviour.
Yeah. It's a rare race to forget for him.
Yeah, not very often that happens for Saviour, but looks like Chris Bailey's going to finish the season in P2. Barring any big mistakes.
And the points to the last race.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do have the last race. I keep forgetting that Singapore's a thing. As Dummest and Loppy are still going at it. Is Saviour learning wheel? Yes, he is, Bergen. This is his test. Well, he's had it for 2 or 3 races now. Nick BT's out.
Oh,
so he's still on the learning curve, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while.
It does. It takes a long time to get used to wheel.
Especially myself, who's so used to controllers.
Yeah. Ugoni wins. And Kid Dynamite comes round the final corner to take P2.
Fantastic P2 as well.
Amazing P2. What a fight back. Round comes Chris Bailey, who will take the final podium position.
Very strong race for Chris as well.
Yeah.
Reese P4, G-Star P5.
All of the top 5. Really fantastic races. Ant as well in P6. Beautiful fight back from him.
2 Alpine 7th and 8th.
And Redcar's going to take the final points position. Really, really good race from him.
Yeah, strong result from the Aston Martin man.
As Dumbest Hornets had a very nice fight back. It looks like he's going to come back in P12.
Yeah, another strong race.
Very, very nice result for the Hornet there. Loppy in P13. Here comes Alex Gierich in P14.
I think some people are in low fuel mode.
I think you're right. Soze's out of fuel, he said. Calvin's definitely out of fuel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so is Saviour. He's ghosted as well.
Yeah.
There you go. You were absolutely spot on, Bergen. We had a few people run out of fuel there.
But to be honest, we didn't have a safety car pretty much that whole race.
No, and it's very unusual that we have a race in any MRC tier without a safety car, even the tier 1 boys, who as good as they are. And here come the podium celebrations. Any minute now it'll load. There we go. The man that we are not even slightly surprised by on the top step. So there we go. Your provisional finishing position, obviously subject to stewarding, is Ugoni takes the win yet again. Followed by Kid in P2, beautiful fight back. Followed by Chris Bailey, Reese Whitcomb, G-Star, Ant, J Sarge, Europel, Chatty Duck, and Redcar Rambo taking the final points position. Followed by LRL, Dumbest Hornet, Loppy, Alex Agirich, BRD Calvin, Kisa Soze, Saviour, Nick BT, Mark H, and our one DNF, which was Era Voice. So, who is your nomination for Driver of the Day?
I'm going to have to give it to Kid Dynamite with this one.
Yep. I have to agree with you. Coming from P19 to finish P2 is a spectacular race. But with
result.
A special shout to Chris Bailey, who was... That fight with him and Ugoni was just amazing to watch lap after lap.
It was. Very respectful and very good driving from both of them.
Yeah, indeed. So, thank you all for joining us in the YouTube chat. That was technically the final race of the season, but we will be back very soon, where the Tier 1 boys will take on Singapore, and we've also got to reschedule the MRC-X Brazil race. So we've got 2 races left to go, but before even that, we've got the Tier 3 boys on Wednesday, who will take to China at 7:30 p.m. And thank you for joining me, Monster. It's been a pleasure.
It's been another pleasure again. Thanks for having me.
And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you very soon. Good night.
Night all.